Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. What can I say? I did another disappearing act when I said I wasn't going to. I do apologise on that one. I have a habit of saying I'm coming back in a few weeks with a new video and then disappear for 3 to 4 months. But I promise you I have a good reason. So I moved house. So I thought the perfect opportunity to talk about it would be to do a makeup and chat. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So I have a ton of new makeup, makeup that's new on the market and makeup that's new to me that I've wanted for a while and just not picked up. I have an entire basket full. I'm not sure we'll get through it all today, but here we are. I have so much makeup to test. I'm so excited. I've wanted to film this video for a while, but again, I've been setting up my beauty room, setting up my camera. The one thing I do want to say, guys, if you can hear background noise, I do apologise. I'm still trying to figure out how to drown a lot of background noise out. I live on a very busy road, so you're going to hear people talking, shouting, cars going past, motorbikes and things like that. I am trying my hardest to block it out. And as soon as I figure that out, the video quality will improve, but for now, please bear with me. So please. Okay, so before we get into the makeup, I just wanted to give a shout out to Sparkle Boutique, which is a jewellery brand that my mum owns, and I create bits of jewellery for her as well. So I'm just going to show off a couple of pieces I'm wearing today. So I do have in some cherry earrings and a cherry bracelet. These were made by myself. They are currently on the Sparkle Boutique website, so you can order them, which we have some fantastic deals on at the moment. I will link the website. We have quite a lot of things, not just jewellery. We do pop sockets, phone cases, custom phone cases, makeup bags, you name it. Go and have a browse. My mum is a very, very talented human being. She creates so much stuff. So I'll leave the link in the comments. If you could go ahead and support her, that would be fantastic. Again, I just do a few bits and bobs. I mainly do earrings and bracelets just for my mum's website, just to add on there, but it is all mainly my mum. So if you could really support my mum by going onto the website, sharing it if you're not interested in the products, or if you are, go and grab yourself a treat, or treat your mum, treat your sister, treat your auntie to some jewellery or a phone case. Why not? Okay, so that put aside, let's get into the makeup. So I have so much stuff here. I don't know if we've got a full face of makeup here, but I have so much from Huda Beauty, Anastasia Beverly Hills, L'Oreal Paris, Fyne, Milk Makeup, which I've never tried before. I'm so excited to dabble into that brand. Yeah, and just some other bits and bobs, like top up bits of my Swirl Solution, a new brow pen from Fyne, which I'm so excited to try. We've got a glitter lip balm from Plouise that I've still not opened. We've got a foundation from Fyne. So yeah, let's get into it. I've got so much to try. I'm out of my depth with this. I might have to dabble into my makeup collection for things that are missing, but I will let you know what I'm using. But we are going to focus on the new products today. So let's dive into the base. Don't have any new primers that have excited me. I've been sent a couple, but I'm just like, meh. Because ever since I've tried the Grippy Serum primer from Maybelline, nothing else compares to this in my opinion. This has become my all-time favourite primer. I do have this setting spray as well that I have tried once, and we'll probably try it on this video because the combo with this is fantastic. So we're just going to dabble in and just put on some Grippy Serum primer. So I am just going to do my base right now. What is that? Got some kind of fluff in my eyebrow, probably from when I put my headband on. My hair is not the best in this video, guys. I do apologise. I've tried doing like a blowout and it failed, and now my hair's just all static and weird, so I just threw on a headband and just thought, you know what, this is the best I'm gonna get. It's hair wash day tonight, so it's due a wash. It looks vile. Probably could have filmed this video tomorrow instead, but you know what, you only live once. Let's do it today. So that is the primer on. So while my skin goes nice and tacky, I am going to go into my brows, and I am going to tell you a little bit about the house situation. So we're going to do sort of a makeup and chat kind of situation. So I'm just going to grab a random brow gel out of my drawer because I don't have my new one come yet. I have ordered the brow glue by Plouise. I did have it in the heart shape, but this one's like a on the go brow, but that's not arrived to me yet, so I can't use it in this video. I'll just use the Babyccino clear brow gel. I can't speak today, clearly. We'll just go in with some of this just to set the brows in place. Okay, so while I do my brows, I'm going to tell you. So about a week before my partner's birthday in April, we basically had the estate agents round at our old place. Some of you may remember we lived in a bungalow in Lincolnshire. Some of you may remember that. It wasn't the best bungalow, to be honest. It had a lot of issues. It had mould, damp, all, you know, the works basically. Everything needed doing to that bungalow. We was trying to get the estate agents to understand what we were getting at. We lived in a bungalow that was just absolutely disgusting. Mold just kept coming back. It was costing me lots of money to keep cleaning it up all the time. It was an absolute pain in the you know what. Anyway, so the estate agent comes out because there was water leaking into the bedroom near the electrics, and as you can imagine, it was getting dangerous. So I reported it. They kept sending worksmen out to check it. Every time they come out, it's condensation, it's your fault, you know, yada yada yada, blame the tenant, landlord takes no responsibility, you know, that kind of rubbish. And basically they kept saying it, and then this particular day in middle of April 2026 this year, the estate agent come out to what I thought was going to be a works order to see what can finally be done about the bedroom, because I had to keep complaining because I wasn't being listened to. Bearing in mind I paid my rent early, always. It was a rental, you know. I always paid it. I always reported repairs because I wanted the best out of the money I was paying. It was an expensive place to live at, you know. Anyway, he let me ramble on for a good 20-25 minutes about what can be done, and I thought I was finally getting through to him. He was listening to me, he was nodding, he was making notes. And then it wasn't until I literally got into the living room to basically say to my partner, you know, thumbs up, I think he's listening. He then hands me and my partner some papers, and he says, yeah, by the way, this is a section 21. If you're not familiar with that, basically, your landlord wants you out, basically. So I was stood there in shock because, you know, the housing situation was incredibly difficult, and I was worried that we just wasn't going to find anywhere else. That the housing situation in the UK is bleak, you know. So I was worried. I broke down in tears because, not because I wanted to stay there because I hated the place, but because I was scared of where I was going to end up. The estate agent was sniggering because he was enjoying every single minute of that. My partner wasn't too bothered because he's more laid back than I am. He knew things would work out for the better. I didn't really. I'm not really an optimistic person because I've had so much go wrong in my life, so I'm always a big worrier. And anyway, he walks out, this estate agent, and said, yeah, you've got till the 21st of June, so basically wanted us out on Father's Day. Nice of him. And yeah, so he walked out, leaving us with these papers, and I was just in absolute upset. I was so upset. And anyway, fast forward to June, the beginning of June, round about the second week in June, we found somewhere and we moved. We're all settled in a new place. That's all I'm going to say on that, because I want to respect my privacy. I'm not going to say where it is, what kind of place we live in or anything like that. I'm just going to say we're settled, we're happy, we like where we are now. But I tell you something now, renting is so difficult when you find estate agents, because most estate agents, not all of them, because the one we're with now are absolutely fantastic, and I'm just not used to getting repairs done and having somebody in an estate agent that actually listens to you and is so super friendly. He'll do anything to help you, which is unreal, because the family run and they're just amazing. So shout out to them. Not going to mention who they are, because again, I don't want anyone picking up where we're from, so, but shout out to them. They're amazing. Anyway, the old estate agents, we've only just resolved the issues. They wouldn't give us the bond back because they was blaming us for everything, going back and forth. You know, they serve us a section 21 and then they try kicking as well as down. No, you're not having this back. There's mould here, there's mould there. And in the end, basically, they had no choice but to give up the ghost and give us it all back, because mould was found on the check-in report. So they was advised that they had no case to stand on, because we was going to take them to court, because at this point I was just fed up. So we moved out in June and it's literally only just been resolved, and that was like in the first week of August, because it's August we're filming. So, you know, it's taken a long time. It's taken nearly 9 weeks to get our bond back and to finally be free of them and move on. So yeah, that was kind of the shitty situation we was in, but I am blessed that we managed to find somewhere else and we're happy now. But I completely understand where people are coming from when it, you know, with the housing situation in the UK, because it's absolutely a shambles. The government need to sort it out. It's just horrible. Trying to find council housing is bad enough, but the renting side of it, the estate agents, some of these estate agents are a nightmare to work with. So if you're out there and you're trying to find somewhere, even if you haven't got the best credit score or you're struggling somehow or you don't know anybody, hang in there, because I promise you, you will find somewhere. You will. You know, I can't fault the local council. They were fantastic. We had a support worker that helped us through everything, helped us find this new private accommodation. And I'm just over the moon. I'm grateful. I really am blessed, because it could have been a lot worse. And I know that some people have suffered and been in a lot worse situation than we have. And those people really have my heart. They really do, because it's difficult. It really is difficult. But yeah, just wanted to provide an update. So yeah, I have been sorting out my beauty room. As you can see, I've got such a nice, bright, cleaner space, which I absolutely love. As you will remember, my old space was so dark and dingy, and I had issues with one of the old neighbours, like at the old place, coming up to my window while I was filming and making me feel really uncomfortable. I'm not going to talk too much about that, because again, I don't want to out anybody or upset anybody, but it was such a horrible situation. So I don't have that here. I've got complete privacy and I can just film my videos in peace. So yeah, let's get on with the makeup. So now that the brows are set in place with the Plouise gel, I am going to try the new Fine Art Beauty Fine Strokes Brow Pen. And this intrigued me, because not only is it a brow pen, but it's a double-ended brow pen. I got it in the shade Dark Taupe, which is basically dark brown to nearly black, because as you can see, my brows are almost black. So I don't know if you can see that. So that's one side, really, really super fine for strokes, which is fitting for the name of the brand. And then we have this side, which has some gorgeous little bristles to create hair strokes. So I'm going to have a go. I'm not the best with these kind of things, so I'm just going to use the other side for now, just the one, just to fill in the tail end of my brow. So I'm going to just come in a little bit closer. Sorry, I'm up close and you can see all the veins in my head. Ew. But yeah, I'm just going to fill in this part of my brow here where it's sparse. Just praying that this brow pen doesn't leak, because near enough every brow pen I've tried leaks. The L'Oreal Faux Brow is one of my favourites, that leaks. NYX Lift and Snatch leaks. The only one I own that doesn't leak is the Jenna Tutorials Fine, is it? No, not Fine as a Fleck, that's an eyeshadow. Oh, what's it called now? Fake, I think it's Fake the Fluff, that's the one. That's the only one that doesn't leak. It's fantastic, that one. Absolutely fantastic, but I'm running low on it. So I do probably have to get a new one. So just filling in the tail end of my brow here. The colour match is fantastic. Oh, Christ. There we go. Colour match is fantastic. That matches me perfectly. I'm so happy with that. So, just putting that through my brows like this. You see that? So I'm just going to go ahead and fill in this part of my brow, and then I'll bring you back to do the flicks at this side. Okay, so as you can see, I've filled in all up to here. I'm now going to try and add some little flicks here where my brow's a little bit sparse. Oh, see if I can do this. This is, I don't know if you do it downwards. I'll try. Does that look okay? I don't know if I like that. I'm gonna have to play about with this. Don't look too bad, does it? Yeah, I quite like that. I'm just going to do my other brow off camera and bring you back. So I've just done both my brows, and then I've just carved it with the e.l.f. Camo concealer. It's not the best. My eyelids look so dry. It's not my favourite concealer, but it was in front of me. So I think I'm just going to do a bit of cooling spray on my face just for a bit of hydration. It's that time of year where my skin just goes crusty, dusty, and just so dry. But I'm not gonna lie, like this morning when it was raining and everything, it just felt so autumnal. It was lovely. But this afternoon I'm filming, the sun's out and it feels like summer again. So it just absolutely confuses me, this weather. But most people are just like, I absolutely love summer, and I'm just like, no, give me autumn any time of day. Autumn over summer any day. But yeah. So the next thing that we're going to do is eyeshadow. So the only eyeshadow, the new eyeshadow that I have is a palette that I've bought. I should have picked this up 2 years ago when it came out. I think it was 2 years ago, a year or two ago anyway. And I've wanted it ever since. This is an autumnal palette, but you know what? We're going to use it today. This is the Fall Romance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I've wanted this palette for a long time. Oh, when I show you the colour story, like, I hope you all go as mad as I did when I saw it. I have slightly swatched this, so it might look a bit swatched on camera, but how gorgeous is that? Look at them colours. I am so excited to be working with these colours. Oh, I'm just wowed by that. It's stunning. I don't know what I want to create because every single colour in this palette is just wow to me. It's just wow. Let me just pat that down. I don't know if it's going to go patchy though with this base, but we'll give it a go. Right, let me just find some gorgeous blending brushes and I'll be back. I've got some brushes. I'm using my new ones. These are the Profusion brushes. These were a gift from my best friend. She got me them for my birthday. So this is a small pointed eyeshadow brush. So it's ES6 and then we have the ES2. So I'm going to use these two for now. If I need to dig any more brushes out, I've got plenty of them in front of me. I've just had to clean these ones because these were the ones that I used last. To clean my brushes, I always use the ISO Clean Original. Just actually bought a new one because I know I'm nearly out. So What colour story are we going for? I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to dabble into the colour Twilight, which is the khaki green at the bottom. And I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to try and do like a khaki green brown kind of look and see how that turns out. Okay, let's have a go. So I'm going to start by putting this here through the crease. So I'm just going to pat it on. Ooh, it looks more brown on me than green. Not what I was expecting. Oh no. Oh, that's quite dark actually. But we're going to work with it. We've put it on our eyes now, so we'll do something. Not going to blend it in too far because we're going to blend it all, you know, trust the process and all that. So, just going to pat that in. Plouise one. Never lets me down. Right, I'm going to switch to the bigger brush. And I'm going to dabble into the shade Heather, which is quite a, it's a khaki, but it's a very light khaki. So I'm going to blend that just up here into the top. I'm not going to lie, these khakis are pulling very brown on my skin tone. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Can you see that? We'll roll with it. We always roll with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to then drag this lighter one here into the crease where it joins up, you see. Crease and then join it up. Then we're going to go back in with the dark khaki shade and just blend it in again. Maybe in pictures they'll show up differently, I don't know. Or maybe it's just because I'm a cool toned girly, so they're pulling more dark on me. Possibly. But as you can see, we're starting to get a blend, even though it's creasing a little bit because I haven't used an eyeshadow base, I just used a matte concealer and I probably shouldn't have done that. But I'm hoping that the shimmer shade will cover up the mess that I made. Can you see that? Yeah. Excuse my squeaky chair. I feel like no matter where I am, I always end up with a squeaky chair. I had one at my old house and now I've got another one. It's just crazy. But yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to blend it a bit more and then we're going to add a shimmer. So I'll bring you back when it's shimmer time. I wasn't sure which shade I was going to go for. I was originally going to do the shade Moonlight, which is this gorgeous, gorgeous purple, but I think I'm going to go with the shade Crown because it's basically like a greeny brown, and I think with the khaki shades, oh, they're showing up a little bit khaki now, I feel like that would be perfect. So do I have a flat brush? Yes I do. I just need to give it a bit of a quick clean because this was like a set of 3 that my best friend got me, because she got me a W7 eyeshadow palette as well, which is gorgeous. I did a few looks with it on my Instagram, which is Siobhan Makeup Artistry. If you want to follow me over there, I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. But yeah, so this brush is the ES7 and this is a flat eyeshadow precise brush. What I am going to do to intensify the glitter shadows, I'm going to go in with the Dolly Set Super Spritz. I'm sad because I'm nearly out of this, so Doll Beauty needs to bring back the setting sprays. I'm so excited for the Doll Beauty relaunch, I really am. I absolutely love that brand and I absolutely love the girls that run it because they are the nicest girls ever. I do have a discount code for Doll Beauty, but as current I'm not sure it works until they're back up and running, but I will check for you, and if it is still valid I'll put it in the description box, but if it's not there that means it doesn't work at the minute. But stay tuned, Doll Beauty are coming back. Okay, so dust off the brush a little bit. So we're going to go in with this shimmer shade Crown, and I'm just going to go over the eyelid and just place it all over. Oh, this is pretty, but it's not picking up on the brush, so I am just going to go in with my finger. Just don't want to get it in my nails, but there we go. I'm just going to pick it up with my finger because it seems to be picking up a little bit more with my finger than with the brush, and then I can just sort of blend it all in. Oh, look at that. Stunning. Yeah, I knew there was a reason why I wanted this eyeshadow palette. It's beautiful, absolutely stunning, and I'm really excited to create even more looks with it, particularly the purple. There's two purples in this palette that just spoke to me when it launched, and I was just like, wow. But look at that, guys. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love that. That's so pretty. There is a tiny bit of fallout, but like the tiniest little specks, which is fine because it's a glitter shadow, it's to be expected. But it's an improvement, guys. Because I mean, Anastasia Beverly Hills used to have a really nice formula, but some of the palettes weren't as good as some of the others. But this new palette, the formula is wow. So I'm excited to be picking up some of the newer palettes that they've got out, like the Embers palette and the Haze palette and things like that. I do want to try them. But yeah, look at that. Oh, I just love it. So I think what I'm going to do my bottom of my eye, blend it in and make it all cohesive, do the second eye. Not that I've got more than two eyes, but you know what I mean. So we're going to make this side match that side, and I'll be back. That's the eyes done. So I've just gone and put the darker khaki shade under my eyes with a little bit of glitter over the top. And then I've gone in with my MUA Control Freak in the shade brown for a liner. And then I've gone in with my Lancôme Hypnôse mascara, which is fantastic. I'm just waiting for it to dry, and then I'm going to use my new Catrice lash curlers to push them up. These are sensational, they remove clumps, and you'll be glad to know that my rusty dusty lash curlers are no more. They're gone. I got rid of them last week, and we decided we're going to do the infallible cushion foundation. However, I'm not going to use the sponge because I just hate those little cushiony sponges, so I'm going to go in with a brush. I learnt this technique from Morgan Turner on YouTube. She said she absolutely hates using the little poofs that you get with them. So I was like, yeah, it ain't gonna do much for a dry skin girly apart from make us look cakey. So I'm gonna go in with a brush and use a small brush to apply this, and I'm hoping that the shade match is gonna be okay. If not, we'll take it off and we'll try the Fyne. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my Unicorn Cosmetics brush. I'm just going to paint it on, and then I'm going to get a beauty sponge and then just press it into the skin and set it. So here goes nothing. Let me grab my mini mirror. Just going to dab the brush. Ooh, okay, that kind of picks up a lot of product. I'm hopeful. Colour match. That looks quite... We'll try and make this work, okay? This one is supposed to be neutral, but it looks quite warm. Oh. It might look okay once it's all pushed in. I can already see that this is a little bit on the orangey side. It's making me look a little bit orangey, but then again, in my mirror behind me, it doesn't look too bad. I don't know if it's just coming across orangey on camera. I may need a different one because it kind of it's making me look a bit yellow, isn't it? And it's supposed to be a neutral undertone, so I'm confused. Yeah, my skin right now is a little bit too dry for a cushion foundation. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this off because it's just not right for me at the minute. I need to prep my skin better for this foundation. So I'm going to take it off and we're going to go with the Fyne foundation. Put on a bit more primer because I've taken off that foundation and wiped my primer off, and then I've just pushed up my lashes with my lash curler. How gorgeous are they looking? Okay, so change of plan because my skin's too dry for a cushion foundation. We're going to try the Fyne foundation with a damp beauty blender. So I am just going to wet my beauty blender with a nice mist. There we go. I'm just going to take it off my hand and just swirl it around onto my face, just like how Morgan Turner does, and then blend it in with a sponge because that is way more than enough for one side of the face. Okay, so just wipe that bit off there, and then I'm going to go in with my damp beauty sponge. Okay, so the foundation is on. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not liking how this looks. It's not the foundation's fault because in some areas of my face looks okay, but as you can see, my skin is just so dry right now. Look, like this patch around my nose and this part of my face, it's just, my skin is so dehydrated. The joys of having dry skin, even though I'm drinking water, it just, you know, I need to do like a super deep cleanse and things like that because look at it. It doesn't look the best, but if I move far away, the shade match is okay. It matches just fine, more than the L'Oreal one, I think. I'm just gonna have to play about with this foundation when my skin's in a better state. I don't hate the foundation. I think it's easy to apply and it's liquidy, which I really like in a foundation. It's just that my skin today doesn't look the best, so it's not going to sit the best. This is the best I'm going to get, so I'm just going to spray it. There we go. So that's the best that I'm going to get with the foundation. So we are now going to move on to bronzer. The bronzer that I'm going to use is the Milk Makeup bronzer. I've got it before, so I'm hoping it's decent. This is the new Baked Matte Bronzer by, it's not Baked, the shade's called Baked. This is the Milk Makeup Matte Bronzer Stick. And this is in the shade Baked in a medium. And that's what it looks like. So that's what we're going to be working with. It does look quite swatched because I have swatched it on my skin. So I'm just going to apply it in the places that I need to. Then I need to take some images step by step and do it like that because, yeah, and then I'll show you what it looks like as well because, again, I'm filming two kinds of contents going on here. So I'm just going to put it in the places that I need to. This foundation looks so cakey in some places. Oh, this side of my face is the worst. Oh, gosh. Okay, so I am just going to apply it here and here and here and then here, and we're back. So I've just put on the Born This Way concealer by Too Faced and blended it all in. So now we're going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me powder. This is a new powder to me just to set my concealer. I'm not 100% happy with my base today, but that is my skin's fault. So I'm not going to blame the products because the products are just doing what they can possibly do. When your skin's dry, you're going to put anything on it and it's not going to look good. Unfortunately, my skin just needs a massive exfoliation. And I probably need to do a nice hydrating mask or something just to make my skin look a little bit better than it does. Because I'm not going to lie, the way that foundation's sitting on my skin at the minute, I absolutely hate. So we're not going to be looking our best today, but that's fine. It's unfiltered. It's an unfiltered skin. and that's what I'm showing you. It's real skin. We all have bad skin days. We can't always look flawless 10 out of 10, you know. We can't look flawless like every single day. Real skin has bad days, and it just so happens to be my bad skin day while I'm filming. It's just, and there we go. That is my under eye set. I don't put too much powder on my face because with me already being dry, there's no point in me doing that. But yeah, that was the Maybelline Translucent Fit Me powder, which is new to me. It's really good. Huda Beauty is still my favourite, but that Maybelline one is really nice. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with a powder blush. We haven't got much left to try, have we? I'm now going to go in with a powder blush because I feel like a cream blush is going to look absolutely horrendous on me today. I would have gone in with the Rhode Freckle blush that I haven't tried, but I don't think it's a good skin day. So we're going to go in with the Huda Beauty Blush Filter Palette in the shade Baby Pink. So that's what this looks like. Pretty. I'm going to go in with the shade Cotton Candy, and then we'll do like the blush lighter over the top. I'm just going to go in light-handed because I don't know how pigmented this is. I'm just going to pop it down in front of me because the mirror's kind of covered. So I am just going to pop this here on top of my bronzer. That piece of hair is actually annoying me right now. Such a nice pink. As you can see, the texture on my skin today is horrendous. Horrible, in fact. But yeah, the Huda blush is beautiful. Then we'll try the shade Pink Fizz, which is a blush lighter, so we won't need highlighter today. Just dab that over the top. Ooh, I fear that this one's beautiful. Oh yeah. But yeah, I really like that. I did originally buy the, is it the Rosy palette, which was a bit darker, but I bought it, the shop sent me the wrong shade. So it's fine though, because it's still beautiful. When my skin's a bit better, it'll look better on me. But yeah, I do like that blush lighter though. That is stunning. What have I got? An eyelash just poking out. Any new lip products to show you other than the L'Oreal Worth It lipstick, so I'll be back. I'll just grab that. Okay, so onto the lips. So I've just applied the Colourpop Lippie pencil in the shade Chain Reaction. So it's a nice dark mocha brown, because I have a new lipstick from L'Oreal Paris, which is the Colour Riche, or Colour Riche as I call it, but it's actually Colour Riche. Colour Riche Blurred Matte in the shade Worth It Intense, which looks like this. So I'm going to apply this. Looks like, I always loved the smell of these, they're stunning. Oh, that's gorgeous. It's almost like a berry brown. You see that? That's everything done. I'm just going to apply some mascara on my bottom lashes, and then we'll come back and we'll debrief and talk about our thoughts on the products. That is the end of the makeup look. So this is the finished look. It looks really nice apart from the foundation, but let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about the skin, because it just looks horrendous. It's not the foundation's fault. However, so the standout products today, there is a few products I've used that was just in my collection that I didn't have anything new to report. So Anastasia Beverly Hills. This palette is absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to be able to create some beautiful looks, even though these two khaki shades didn't look khaki on me at first, but when you come up close and you can see like the glitter over the top, you can see it's now khaki, so I'm really happy with that. It's going to create some stunning looks. So I've used 3 shades out of this palette today. Leather, Twilight and Crown. So I'm going to play about and probably do a purple look with that next. So if you want to see that, remember to follow me on Siobhan Makeup Artistry and you will be able to see more looks I create with this. More standouts in this video, I would say, would be also the Milk bronzer. I'm impressed. I've never tried this brand before, but that blended into my skin like butter and gave me a little bit of warmth and a bit of glow back to my skin, which I really like. So I'm a fan of that. 2 other bronzers to try today as well, but I've not got round to it. I've got the Lumi bronze and the Fyne, so I'll probably try them in another video or a short or something on TikTok. But yeah, the standouts for me in this video are the Huda Beauty blush palette, which blended stunningly. It gave me a gorgeous glow after I put the beautiful blush lighter over the top of that pink. The eyeshadow palette, 10 out of 10. The Anastasia Beverly Hills formula's just got better in my opinion. Love that. And then the bronzer from Milk. Again, the foundation from Fyne, I'm going to have to play around with that a bit more when my skin is performing in a better way. I don't blame either one of these foundations in today's video because my skin's horrendous no matter what I put on it right now. It just needs a detox, to be honest. I think I need to just have a couple of days where I don't wear any makeup and just do full-on skincare, drink even more water and exfoliate like crazy so that when I come back my skin's in a state where I can actually film and be okay with it. This foundation did look a little bit yellow and scary, so I'm probably gonna have to play around with that when my skin's in a better state, but I've heard good things about this. And I love how liquidy this is, and I love the undertone of it because it didn't make me look yellow or anything. It's perfect in the shade 6. And yeah, so I will say that so far I do like this foundation, even though my skin didn't perform well today. I don't believe that it's any reflection on this beautiful foundation. It just looks so bougie as well. I love it. But yeah, when my skin's performing a little bit better, I'll do an update. I'll do a little TikTok or a reel and apply the foundation again to see if there's any difference. And then the lipstick is pretty. I have so many L'Oreal lipsticks. I mean, these are some of my favorites. The colour Riche Obsessions one with the gold in it, they're some of my favorites. But yeah, so I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you would like to see me come back again soon, then please do hit the like button and subscribe to me. That would be amazing. Once I reach 1,000 subscribers, I'll do a nice little giveaway for one of you. I'll pull some makeup products together, some of my favorite ones. I'll order some on Sephora and things like that and give back to you guys. But yeah, so here we are back in a new building. So hopefully, I'm not gonna jinx myself and say yeah I'll be back next week and then not show up, but I'll be back soon. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and if any of these products stood out to you, let me know which ones you'd be interested in purchasing. I'll put the links in the description box to the products that are available. And yeah, come back and do some more makeup again. And yeah, this look will probably be posted on my social media, on TikTok, which is Siobhan Makeup Artistry 23, and Siobhan Makeup Artistry on Instagram. So I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.